cards and why they're not working. Here with some ideas is the Paper Machete's big idea man, Terrence McCarthy, everybody!
Hi there, I'm Terrence McCarthy. I don't think I'm stretching it when I assume that at least 95% of the people in this room are public transit using people. I also fail to see it as a fail to assume that, of that 95%, at least 55% have switched over to the new catastrophic, convenient payment system, Ventra. This service has grabbed Chicago by the hair and pulled a Dave Matthews Band on it. The scanning things that we're supposed to tap don't always pick up on it, but we still get charged. Much like all of my efforts to tap that when buying a pretty lady a drink. When we find that we've had to pay, regardless of whether we actually get to get in or not, also reminiscent of my experience with women, the customer service phone lines are jam-packed and wait times feel as long as a season of Cubs baseball. Sorry. It's true. Well, there is only one reason that all of this is happening, and it is truly a crying shame. The Chicago Transit Authority was tired of collecting fares. This is tremendous for Cubic Transportation Systems, the winning bidding private company running Ventra for the next dozen years. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I personally get a real kick out of collecting fares. On a recent trip to Europe, I earned a little extra traveling money working as a fare collector for a kiddie train at a carnival in a small town in Germany. As I stood for hours in my lederhosen taking payments, and several hours after that organizing and bookkeeping, I often wandered off into my own technological world of wonder, coming up with ways to streamline the fare collecting process. This such experience has given me what I feel optimal ability to be just the right guy to fix the problems Ventra is plopping on us on a minute-by-minute basis. The solution to this problem is to get the CTA to enjoy collecting fares again. If we can reignite their passion for fare collection, they will surely trash Ventra and go back to the times of yestermonths, but with a little added fare flair. So hear this. The easiest way for fun injection is to go back to the basics. Whatever happened to using tokens for rides? Each train would be equipped with a token vending machine, much like the ones that dispense our little magnetic strip friends. The tokens would be the fun part. Each token would be a part of a collection. There would be flower collections, famous faces, colors of the rainbow, and even ones with one line of a limerick that, when fully collected, gives the collecting agent a nice chuckle. The possibilities are endless! What CTA official would turn down the opportunity to rifle through hundreds of thousands of tokens in search of that last piece to a complete rare collection? Moving on. Since public transportation, like public parking, has gone private, keep the ball rolling and bring in a cell phone company. Since we all stare at our phones most of the time anyway, we should use it to our advantage and text our way through the turnstiles. The best company for the job would install smartphone-like texting devices in the front of the turnstiles that would receive the text and text back that the paying transit rider is free to enter. The text itself would be the fare, charged as a special text through a coding process connected to the transit rider's complete phone records. The texting device could even be programmed to respond with pleasantries like, "Have a Ventra day," brought to you by Verizon. Or, "Enjoy the ride no matter what the situation," pleasantries by T-Mobile. Such delightful banter would brighten the mornings of dead-eyed 9-to-5ers and bring them temporary joy before the days of being slaves to the man are underway. For those without phones or service contracts, Ventra would offer basic prepaid phones for a small price. The phones would even work for regular phone calls, and the surcharges would only be about $2 per minute. This one's my favorite. If it's streamlined convenience that the CTA is looking for, then further needn't be looked. The new speedy way to get onto that train platform is to simply touch your fingerprint to the sensor and move on through. By scrapping those picky Ventra card readers and replacing them with fingerprint laser scanners, Chicago would feel its way up to the nipple of the technological lady that is America. To register their digit, transit riders would simply have to give the CTA permission to access their fingerprints already on file with several government agencies. Once that's done, activation would occur after entering a PIN number, which, so as to avoid different people from using the same PIN, would be the transit rider's social security number. Payment would be simple. Each rider's fingerprint would be connected to his or her bank account or assets. The CTA's central computer would track the amount of times a person has touched the sensor and charge accordingly, and pour this frappuccino into your ears. If a rider is so frequent a rider that a 30-day unlimited pass is deserved, the central computer would make the switch automatically for an understandable $5 convenience fee. The biggest perk would be the relegation of those creepy people on the train. For instance, registered sex offenders would not allowed to be entering cars where the system knows there are women and children. And it would even garnish fares for those that still owe child support. Truly, the only thing riders would need to worry about with this new boarding system would be taking off their gloves in the winter or accidentally setting their hands on fire in a random unrelated accident. These are just a few of my brain children, but I think they're good enough examples to get someone to take me seriously. You guys, Ventra is an evil empire. If we can just get the CTA to embrace my ideas, we could finally tear down the statue and go back to traveling just the way we sorta like it. Thank you.